everyone. 2 days ago I was in Brooklyn and I got completely lost, and I walked for about 40 minutes and I ended up outside the Brooklyn Museum. And I don't know if you guys have been there, but outside the museum there's this water fountain that shoots up water. And it was a really sunny day that day, and there was a ton of little children, you know, this high, this high, this high, watching the water fountain as it shoot up and it went down, came back up and it went back down. And it was quite exciting. I could feel the excitement in the air. And then there was a moment when the water shot up really high and all the kids started screaming, they were raising their hands. 2 little kids couldn't stand it and they ran in and they got completely wet. And I honestly wanted to jump in and join them. But I felt, you know, I'm an adult, I shouldn't do that. I'll sit here and I'll kind of, you know, refrain from running in and doing that. And I mentioned that because it's something very, very simple. Water shooting up in the air that created so much fun between all these children. And it's simple ideas that motivate us. It's simple ideas that bring us together. It's simple ideas that connect us. And I want to talk about the creative seed. You know, that thing inside that you want to do, all the time, that thing inside that you want to do if you had unlimited amount of money, that hobby that you have that makes you happy, that hobby that you have that, you know, brings joy to you, that hobby that you have that makes you want to share that with other people. And that's your creative seed. We might have difficulty kind of doing that because we feel like we need to earn money, we have a daytime job. So how do you harness that? You listen to yourself. You listen to yourself. Just going to... and what I mean by listening to yourself is looking inside for inspiration. You know, today we're looking at blogs, we're looking at ideas. People aren't looking inside anymore. You know, we need to put the TV on, we need to go and check out museums, we need to go to galleries, we need to ask our friend what they're doing. And people stop looking inside. And I find the more you actually connect with yourself, the more that you know, if you start to eat healthy, if you start to drink lots of water, if you start to take time out and constantly check in with yourself, you start to be inspired through your own eyes. People think they don't have time to do that. You don't have time to check in with yourself. You don't have time to, you know, look at the world through your own eyes. And this is something that you can do anywhere, you know. How many people, you know, you're sitting on the train, you're going to work, you know, where are you? You're in your head. Everyone's in their head. 99% of the day, you're on the train. I need to email this person, I'm meeting this person. I forgot to do this, I didn't take out the trash. You know, how many of you stop and be like, you know, what do my toes feel like today? You know, can I feel this really plastic seat on my arse? You know, how many of you actually take yourself out of your head? And this is something that I do through drawing and meditating, just taking myself out of my head and into my body and looking through my own eyes. And when you do this, you start to actually feel yourself. You can feel your body. You can feel your heart pounding. And you can use this to direct yourself. The more you harness this feeling of how you feel inside, the easier it is to feel what a yes is or what a no is. And this is the steering wheel in a way. This is a driving force that I've used for myself to be on this stage today. If I have you know, if someone's asking me a question or if there's an opportunity that arises, for me, the no feeling is much stronger. It's much easier for me to say no than it is to say yes, because I feel that. No is a much stronger feeling within my body. And yes, I'm working on that. You know, I hope it to be the other way around at some point, and I'd be like, that's a yes feeling, I'm definitely going to do that. And I just want to say, you know, basically look inside yourself. Take that time out. How do you do that? You look through your own eyes, you feel your body, take yourself out of your own head. Figure out what is that thing that, you know, you would like to do as a hobby. What is that thing that you would like to do and share with people? And I find from my work, which involves a lot of drawing, is this is where I connect. I'm completely 100% improvised. I use pens or a drawing tablet, and I draw. I have no idea what I'm going to draw, but through connecting with other people, I'm able to tell a story and express that. Okay. And through in lunchtime, I'm going to actually try and connect with some people and upstairs draw on them. So I'll take some of my pens, I'll have people lie down and see what it is like to have a stranger be that close to your face, and have my lines go over your body, perhaps your face, perhaps your hands, perhaps your whole arms, and have an extension of our connection along your face and see how that feels. I like to collaborate with bands, with DJs, with children, and there's so much within collaboration, and this is something I've been able to do a lot. Living in Japan is collaborating. People like to share. People are very open to working with other artists because there's so much to discover within that. I have found living here, a lot of people are like, a little bit like this, I don't want to share this with you. You might steal my idea. You might go and copyright it so I can't use it. And that's a little bit of a shame because you almost put up barriers around yourself. And as an artist, and we're all artists inside, I think we should strive to find a way of sharing. And I'd like perhaps everyone today, you know, on the way home or in the taxi is, you know, close your eyes, or you know, you can keep your eyes open if you're too embarrassed to close your eyes on the train, and just feel your body, feel your toes, and keep doing that. Constantly check in with yourself, and at some point, when someone confronts you with a question, you'll be able to see what a no feels like. You'll be able to see what a yes feels like, and use that to move forward within your life. Thank you.